What's up, beautiful people? Today we're going to be checking out teachers cause chaos after calling out school board for enabling violent students. Let's get to it.
Across the district. I've been a teacher in the district for 17 years, and recently I have seen an increase in the amount of disruptive and, to be honest, disturbing behaviors in our student population and an utter lack of consequences. As an educator and a mom of 4 RUSD students, I am outraged at the amount of defiance, disrespect, and outright abusive behaviors that our students are displaying. I am concerned for the mental well-being of students and teachers who are witnessing these extreme behaviors. Teachers are being physically assaulted, students screaming and cursing in class, students damaging school properties in fits of rage, students eloping, forcing schools to lock in, students threatening rape, students threatening gun violence upon our schools. The list goes on. I am concerned for the emotional damage this is causing students who bear witness to these alarming acts, as well as my fellow colleagues who have to deal with these unsafe and fundamentally wrong behaviors daily. How can anyone teach or learn in this type of environment? My high schoolers have told me several times this year that they do not want to attend pep rallies because there have been threats made. How can I help calm their nerves when I agree that they are unsafe to attend when students making threats are allowed back into our schools? I ask you, what is the district doing with our concerns? Every RUS teacher that I have spoken with is frustrated with the lack of disciplinary action or follow through. I've been told for years that we are developing a plan. What are we doing to support students and staff being terrorized by these extreme behaviors now? Teachers are reporting behaviors to the chain of command for students to return with little or no consequence. A teacher was being physically assaulted by a student, and when she brought the complaint to admin, she was told that the district could provide her with protective gloves for her to wear while she was working with this student. This is just one example. We have been told to use PBIS, MTSS, positive reinforcement, praise, tangible objects to reward students for the most basic expectations, like sitting and listening to the teacher, not eloping, raising
You reward your students for that?
your hand, etc. Kids are offered so many prizes that I fear that they are no longer intrinsically motivated.
Right.
I feel that we as educators are discouraged from giving consequences. I have been told that we cannot
Flog the students. When I was in school, they used to flog me. My teachers used to flog me. Like, we used to give our teachers names based on how good they'll flog you. Yeah. I'm sorry, it might be intense, but I'm Nigerian. In my school, the teachers flogged, the principal flogged, my proprietress flogged me because she gave me a book to read and I ripped, like I gave it like I think they call it dog ear, when the book is twisted a little bit. I just did that mistakenly. And she said I was supposed to take care of the book and she flogged me. And if you see all my books are well taken care of, even till this day. Yeah, consequences, keyword.
confiscate property when it has sexually explicit words written on it. Every year, I have PGS teachers sent through my room to observe successful classroom management. I pride myself on building a class community founded in mutual respect. My students know that I love and care about them. My number one job is to keep them safe, just like I provide a loving home for my 4 children. Boundaries are in place to foster a feeling of safety. Chaos suits no one. What are we doing now?
My name is Janice Ramirez, and I'm here as an RUSD teacher to express my deep concerns about the current state of discipline within our school district. The lack of discipline has resulted in a culture where both students and teachers are being exposed to unnecessary risks. Even our youngest students understand that there are little to no consequences in our schools. Oftentimes, they can see that these negative behaviors are being rewarded as students return to class with a toy or candy given by administrators. There have been multiple instances of physical harm among students which have not been effectively addressed. Students have been hit in the head by desks, chairs, books, and more that were thrown. These altercations, among others, not only endanger the well-being of those involved, but also create a hostile and unsafe environment for other students and teachers. We are normalizing violence in the classroom. Personally, this year I've been hit, kicked, bit, scratched, and had furniture pushed on me by student.
A teacher? Oh, no, man. You can't do this in a Nigerian school. Like, a teacher walks into a class, everybody's quiet, like no whisper if you don't want to be dealt with. She's saying, I've been pushed, scratched, desk hit on by a student. Hey, no. What is going on? What is going on? They should come and hire me for disciplinary lessons. Please, come. Let me take you to my school, my proprietress, and my teachers. So you guys will see what they used to do when students misbehave. You couldn't try all of this.
I've also been instructed to use furniture to block a student from eloping out of my classroom. And unfortunately, I'm not the only teacher in this position. In my class, we were
Imagine.
subjected to a student pounding on our door and glass, yelling, "Let me the F in." And he didn't use the letter. For over 40 minutes, he escalated, throwing his shoes at the glass and continued cursing and banging on the door, with the administrator and SAP counselor being unsuccessful at calming him down. No consequences were given, and the student returned the next day. After this incident, one student left RESD due to anxiety and was homeschooled. Numerous reports from teachers indicate a growing trend of disruptive behavior in classrooms. I ask you to consider how innocent children are supposed to thrive in such a volatile environment. The equity of all students is compromised by the behavior of a few. Placing a certificated substitute as a one-on-one babysitter an enormous waste of financial resources and a disservice to the student crying out for help. Some possible solutions include strengthening disciplinary procedures and making this policy readily available for teachers and parents. Is safety for all more important than an API score on a dashboard? Discipline should not be avoided to make a school
The other one is like, preach.
appear better. Virtual school, number 2, virtual school is a requirement for students whose behavior has escalated through all other disciplinary procedures. 3, a fast-track system for severe behavior needs this has taken me over 6 months to get help for my 2 extreme students, and those resources were still not effective. 4, counselors and teachers trained in severe trauma at each school site. 5, full-time aides for all kindergarten classrooms like Moreno Valley Unified has done. Our students deserve the opportunity to thrive in an environment free from fear and trauma. I can assure you, if your child or grandchild were in my classroom, you would remove them. With the
Right.
lack of safety, we have chosen to pay for our grandson's tuition in private school to avoid the severe negative behaviors that he would be exposed to in an RUST school, and this makes me sad. I request that the school board take swift and decisive action on the concerns raised here tonight.
Good evening, everybody here tonight, including all of our teachers in the overflow room. My name's Connie Rice Nicholson, and I'm speaking to you tonight as a member of our RUSD family. Some of you on this board know my father. He retired after teaching at Gage and Poly for 37 years. My stepmom taught for 26 years at Gage. As
a
for me,
family
this is
thing.
my 30th year teaching in RUSD. My family has given this district almost 100 years of service. Think about that for a minute. 100 years. I'm here tonight because I want you to see my face and hear directly from me how I am feeling. I have spent most of my adult life as a teacher in our district. I have held many leadership roles and been a mentor teacher. I'm aware of what it takes to have good classroom management, but I'm here to tell you, that world that I once taught in is gone. I now work in a war zone. I spend all of my days dealing with discipline issues. I go home every day exhausted and overwhelmed and feeling like a failure. I have 3 more years before I retire, but every single morning I have to force myself to go to work.
She's crying too.
My family is watching me suffer and they worry about me. They worry for my safety and for my mental and physical health, and I'm still trying to decide if I will even come back next year. This is simply no way to live. So what am I asking from you? I'd like you for a moment to just visualize your family, your loved ones. Put their picture in your mind. Visualize your spouse, your sibling, your child. If one of your family members was experiencing daily ongoing trauma, experiencing the disturbing events mentioned here tonight, would you let them and tell them that they would need to wait months for help? Would you tell them there's nothing you can do? You keep saying we are part of your RUSD family, but are we really? Tonight you have heard some of the most disturbing behaviors happening in our schools, and you've heard from parents, students, teachers who are scared to go to school because they're not safe. Is this how we treat our family? What if these incidents involved your loved ones? What would you do to help? Teachers have been asking for clarification about our district's discipline policies, but no meaningful answers have been provided.
They have none,
Apparently, we
then.
have no policy.
Yeah.
It's left to the discretion of each school administrator. You keep deflecting to the state of California, and we are sick and tired of hearing this as your excuse to do nothing. It is time to stand up for your RUSD family and put together a plan to address these serious discipline issues. It is time for you to value our students and teachers more than your scores on that school dashboard. It is time for you to create a unified district discipline plan, and it is time to stop with the excuses. There is no more time to wait. This is a health and safety crisis. And if nothing is done about it, the consequences are going to be on your hands. If we are truly your family, then act like it. Hear us, really hear us. Protect us, stand up for us. Don't just say we're your family. Show us that you really are, that we are.
Yeah, it's crazy that teachers even have to come talk about these things. Discipline is, as a matter of fact, we would say that's the most thing, or the most important thing a child learns from school, discipline. Because in every case, to pass an exam means you have to discipline yourself to read. It means you have to learn certain kind of behavior to conform with the principles, the rules and regulations of a school. So for students to even act this way, or for students to not be disciplined in a school, it doesn't make any sense. It means the school has lost probably like 40% of its values, because I would think like 40% or even more would be based on discipline. Yeah, and these are teachers. In my school, teachers, they don't report to anybody. You mess up, you face the consequences right there and then. They give you an assignment, you come back and you didn't do it. You give your excuses. You're getting flogged or you're getting disciplined, punished. I used to cut grass and scrub gutter. I'm going to say it on camera. Go ask anybody who's schooled in Nigeria. I went to a boarding school. You mess up, you cut grass, a field, big field. They count with their legs. The teacher just opens his leg and counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and say cut to the end. That's the punishment you get for failing to submit your assignment. If you disrespect the teacher, that's you're just going to end up cutting the whole school, all the fields in the whole school, if you disrespect the teacher. You can't do this. Yeah, they ever nice enough to... It's crazy. I like to see the people on the board, because I want to see their faces for even letting the teachers go through this. Like, I just want to see their faces to know them. Be like, bro, why would you even let a teacher report this to you? Yeah, broke my heart. Made me spill a lot of emotions, but talk to me about the video. It's the end of this one. Smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a wonderful day. Peace.
I made this bet on my own, bet on my own.